going to start in a couple minutes. Just getting set up. Got a couple of books that I've picked out already. Oh, somebody's going like crazy. Who's that? Oh, hey, Mark. Thanks for those likes. Gets us jumping pretty quick. It's 5 o'clock. Actually, what I'll do is I'll get my phone in front of me so I can see your comments. And we'll shut this off. Welcome to the Backerboard Blitz. If you've never been a part, or if you've never watched an episode, basically what happens is I will be drawing it's funny, I looked at my phone, my phone was showing a hurricane track, which I thought was weird, but now it's showing the bone book. This is actually an unclaimed Backerboard Blitz from a previous episode. We have a couple up here. We've got this Superman one. Oh yeah, it's got like the long hair Superman with the what was it called, color form cover. So that's still unclaimed too. So we'll bring these out. This is the nice thing about doing it at the Free Lunch headquarters up in the penthouse suite of Park Place in Granby, in the big metropolis of Granby, Connecticut. I grabbed a couple of books from the Zombie Hideout, so we're already set on that. So it won't be as random as next week's episode, but it will be fun. I feel like I picked some good ones, but we'll see. If you've never watched before, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to grab a single floppy comic from off screen here, and I'll get a backer board, which these are, these nice rigid boards that people store inside their comic bags to keep their comics in good condition. And I'm going to use a Sharpie marker, or a couple of them anyway. And that's all I'm allowed to use. I'm not allowed to use pencil. It's part of the rules for the Backerboard Blitz. And typically we'll hold it to 15 minutes per comic, just like football. You know, it's broken down into 15-minute periods. So we kind of honor that rule as well. We don't typically get to talk about that very often, so it was kind of nice to be able to talk about how it was named and some of the fun things behind it. So basically you make your request on who you'd like to see me draw for the comic book we put on display right here in the comments, where Mark's already put the first comment for the episode. And then if you're interested in it, the first bid is $5. Is there a halftime show? Not for me. No, not for me. Once we go through the 60 minutes of regulation gameplay, the game is over for me. So, you know, we'll kick off at 5 o'clock. But doesn't mean the show is over at 6. I'll be done drawing at 6, but we're actually going to leave the comics up until 8 o'clock. And then I will notify the winners. And if you miss the rules, I'll go over them again later. You basically make the bids here in the comment sections of the video. And we're nice to each other and we have fun. Sometimes, like we did for Free Comic Day, we had games that we would play. We also did an episode where we honored the essential workers. And we got to kind of do shout outs live during the show to our favorite essential workers, and we actually gave away a Pirates of the Caribbean Backerboard Blitz to a nurse, I believe. So, you know, we try to change it up, have as much fun as possible. So here in the pre-show, we've got a Bone issue 23, and we have Superman Color Forms edition. I don't know what number that is, but if that was something you were interested in, we'll put those right over here to the side. Let's get started. Everybody at the Monday Night Jam was talking about this. Every Monday night, we have the Monday Night Jam up at the Zombie Hideout, and everybody was talking about the New Mutants. So I thought, you know what? I love these annual comics because there's so much to them, and this is a big team-up book, and it features Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Mutants all in one story. This is from 1983. It's an annual, so it means there's a lot more pages than the normal comic. It's written by Bill Mantlo and illustrated by Ron Frenz and Kevin Zuban, who I'm not familiar with. But Ron Frenz, I totally am. Ron Frenz had a huge run on Thor. So, a little bit of a tribute to the New Mutants craze that's going to start buzzing around. So I don't know if you saw the preview, but that character was definitely shown in the preview, and that character was too. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. Who should we draw from this comic? There's a lot to choose from here. There's a lot to unwrap. We've got Spider-Man, obviously, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Mutants. So Wolfsbane, Moonstone, Sunspot, Cannonball. What a dork I am. I know all the characters. Who is it going to be? I see a couple of you watching. If you don't make a decision, I will choose for us. I'll tell you, I was very, very tempted to bring back... hello, Martha. Thanks for tuning in. I was very tempted to bring back one of the Arthur Adams covers. Oh my gosh, those are fantastic. So far, no comments yet on who we should draw. It's 5 after, so we're putting the pressure on me as far as like who I'm going to draw in such a Dagger. Oh, okay, all right, very cool. Hey, you know what's awesome? I've never drawn her before, so we're at another character that I've never drawn before. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even think about this. They have that TV show, which I've never seen, but they had a TV show. Is it still going? It might still be, but that's pretty cool. I totally forgot about that. It was like on Freeform or something like that, right? So the big distinguishing mark for Dagger is she's got that like that tattoo around her eye. So we'll make sure when we draw her, we'll get that involved. Oh, it's on Hulu. Oh, thanks, Mark, for chiming in. Yeah, no experience with her. I remember reading about Dagger in like one of the old Spider-Man annuals back in the day. But yeah, okay. You know what we can do? I know this is going to be tough. I'll try to get both of them into the shot for both Cloak and Dagger. I think that would be cool. So, all right, let's get the Sharpies cooking here. So I'm going to take Dagger, who's a very bright character. This is the first time we've ever done a twofer. And what's nice is I'm already kind of warmed up just because I was working on my graphic novel right before we turned the camera on. Sometimes I like to leave stuff on camera before the show starts just to make it a little interesting, give people an idea of what's coming up. I see you mentioning Jay. Is Jay watching? He might be. We gotta get that tattoo, and it just looks like it's like a crescent pattern. So. And it looks like, from the illustrations that I see, it just curves around, so we'll still see her eyebrow here, and then it'll come up like so, and around like that. Okay. So yep, so no pencils allowed. Let's shift over to this big Sharpie here. That'll allow us to have a little bit more fun. And my idea of fun is, you know, when the ink just kind of pours out. Now she's a very bright character, so we're gonna have to use that. And then we'll put Dagger right over here, and we'll have that break up. Hey, Steve Canaris, an old free lunch veteran. I haven't talked to Steve in quite a while. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for joining. This is our second episode in this new time slot. All right, and now we've got to put Cloak back here. And we'll give him his angry, mysterious eyes. And we'll put that drop shadow. And the big thing for him, I remember, was the stripe pattern on his cloak. So I think that's really what's going to give away a lot. So we'll hide him back here. And then what's going to happen is the light that she gives off will affect him, certainly. And then the stripes for his cloak, they go this way. And then the drop shadow from his cloak will disappear back here. And we'll incorporate all that shadow in there. This will be fun. So her light source will affect. Hey Gabe, thanks for tuning in. His philtrum right there. His angry eyebrows. There's the other part of the cloak, and there'll be a drop shadow from that. Now, one thing that we've talked about, and even on the last episode, we're going to do a live episode of the Backerboard Blitz. Yes, yes, we're live now, but we're going to do a live episode in front of a live audience. That's coming up. It's not time to say yet when, but we will be doing that. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, so that'll be coming up. Usually we record this up at the zombie hideout, but you know, this week we don't have D&D up there, which we've been doing I have to say, I'm going to compliment my dungeon masters. They've been doing a good job running. We had 4 sessions going last week, which was really great, all at the same time, which was really, really fun. Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for tuning in to the Backer Board Blitz at its new time, Tuesday afternoons. Oh, this is a big ping, so I guess it's not too late. Yeah, there's no need to call out the ping on this one. It's she is the ping, right? For those of you who don't know what the ping is, usually if there's a shiny object, we'll hide something in the image, and I'll say ping, but she is the ping for sure, for sure. All right, I think we're almost ready to let this go. What's up, Jay? Thanks for tuning in. This is our first two. Well, no, I guess the bone backer board blitz that I showed in the beginning of the episode there. That would be our first. I'll hide my signature right here. And that is our first blitz of the day. Woohoo! Yeah, I did a bone one. Yeah, Gabe, I'll show it to you in a second. Is there a theme? No. Oh God, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. That'll be tough to squeeze in 4 books in 1 hour, but 2 for one day. That, yeah, we can make a special episode out of that one. All right, so there you go. There's our matchup here. It's Cloak and Dagger. You actually get a Marvel Team Up Annual of Spider-Man. Marvel Team Up Annual number 6. This is from 1983. I like picking the annuals. This is the first of 2 annuals that I've grabbed. But I grabbed this one because of the the movie preview for the New Mutants. How cool is that? So opening bid on this is $5, and it will stay up for a couple hours. You make your bid through the comments here on the Free Lunch Studio Facebook page, right in the comments, right where you're watching right now. And it will stay active until 8 o'clock tonight. And then I will contact the winners. Gabe, I've got your stack right over here. It's going to go out with the next shipment. And then, Gabe, you did ask earlier about Bone. Yes, we have, this is from an earlier episode. We have Bone number 23 with Bone and a copy of Moby Dick and sitting with one of the rat creatures. So, we'll take this and we'll safely tuck it inside. Elizabeth, if you're still watching, you missed, we did an ElfQuest book was it last episode? I think so. Maybe the episode before. So we'll safely set this aside. And we'll reach over here. And our next one, look at this. This is one of my favorite artists, Frank Cho. He wrote and illustrated this entire series. Shanna the She-Devil. This is from, let's take a look here. It says 2004. If you've ever seen this guy's artwork, he is phenomenal. He's great at the lights and the darks, and he's spectacular at drawing dinosaurs. But this is a very, very fun series. Look at that. Oh my gosh. We're not going to go too far. I don't want to give anything away, but how cool is that? So, not too many choices on this one. We're probably looking at Shanna. This is a mature reader's book. Not adult, but mature readers. So, not for the kiddies necessarily, no. But there will be gratuitous dinosaur and human violence on this one. This is not Bone. All right, so I'm thinking we'll draw Shanna the She-Devil, which will be fun. She's another character I'm not too used to drawing, but See, and I remember looking through, and I don't remember her being blessed with super strength, but talk about Norman Katz. I haven't seen that guy in a while. He just talked to me about he's designing a corner box for his books for digital distribution, which is cool. So I think that the strong jawline is a must. If you're watching, if you think you know somebody who would enjoy watching something like this or getting involved with something like this, give it a share, give it a like. You know, it'll improve the visibility of the video. Hey, Henry, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, Shanna the She-Devil by Frank Cho. I just picked up one of his hardcover art books, the ballpoint pen sketches. Oh my god, it's fantastic. I think we're going to mess her up a little bit. Just have a little bit of fun. You know, she's out there in the jungle running around. Let's put some scrapes on her. Yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in at the new time. Having a little bit of fun, putting some crude like jewelry on here. We'll have her ear tucked down here, and then the hair can kind of come back. Can use hair to kind of define shape and contour, which is fun. You hear that noise from the marker? That scares me a little bit. So other things that might be coming up, we still have the Wednesday Night Comic and Manga Club tomorrow night. That happens every Wednesday, virtually from 6 till 7 o'clock. And we have a wide range of participants, some as young as 12 years old and some as old as I'm not even going to tell you. And we have a good time in there. Everybody's kind of working on their own projects, and I'm there as a guide or a resource for them to help them see that they complete their projects. And it's very, very fun. every once in a while we'll do a group project together. And then Thursday night we have Sequential Arts, which we also do virtual, but that's both of them used to run physical in the office, and I'm working on getting a location for both of those events. So if people want to participate in the physical live session, they can, or they can still participate in the virtual. Because we want to make sure everybody's making the right decisions, being careful. What's the bid on this one? I don't think we've had a bid yet, but yeah, $10. You can start with $5. Nobody's bid on this yet. I feel like it's coming along pretty good, but I still have plenty of time to keep working on it. Thank you so much. It's a nice thick contour there. And the interiors of this book are amazing too. Frank Cho is fantastic at what he does. So we did our little tribute to New Mutants already. We'll have her hair kind of cascade down here. Oh, Don's tuning in. Hello, Don. How are you? So when you're drawing hair, it's nice to attack it as a solid first and then start breaking it up into the textures. Maybe we have to go digging around for another marker here. Got them making scary noises. I'm going to have to hide my signature in here somewhere. Put a little drop shadow there. A little drop shadow there. We'll put a little one in here too. I think we'll hide my signature in the hair. Yeah, I'd say this one came out pretty good. All right, so there's Shanna the She-Devil, and that's going to come with Shanna the She-Devil. This is the 4th issue in the series, and I'll tell you, if you wanted to track down the whole series, it's up there at the Zombie Hideout. I saw quite a few of them up there in one of those bins. Put some more dirt schmutz on her there. Yeah, I would say that one came up all right. All right, so Shanna the She-Devil. Hey, Ian, thanks for tuning in. So there's Shanna the She-Devil. It's going to come with issue 4 of the limited series by Frank Cho, illustrated. We can just say by Frank Cho. It's a gorgeous book. There's a little preview of the artwork. It's just phenomenal. And there's no ping here. This is a very earthy, organic, dirty image. So there will not be a ping. This one's ping proof. There's no ping on this. There was a ping on the last one. There's no ping on this one. So this starting bid is at $5. I believe Henry put out some interest in it. Thank you so much for that. But remember, these are going to stay up for bid until 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to tuck that right in there for safekeeping. And we'll put it off here to the side. Oh, here's what you missed. Here's the Marvel Team Up Annual, Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Mutants. So there you have Cloak and Dagger. And then we have a couple of backerboard blitzes from earlier episodes. We have Bone from Bone number 23. Hey John, thanks for tuning in. And this is a very special one. We're going to keep it in the bag. This is the long hair 90s Superman, but it comes with the cool Color Forms issue of the comic. If you remember the little stickers that you can peel off and put back on. I want to make sure we put it in the bag so we don't lose any of that stuff. So all the starting bids on these books are $5. You can leave a bid right in the comments. Sorry for bumping into the camera cord there. Let's slide on over to our next book. We're right on schedule here at 5:30, which is pretty fantastic. We're going to go with, this is one of my favorite cover artists and a couple of doozy artists on the interior. Fear Itself, The Fearless. First off, you've got an Arthur Adams cover. Ooh, love it, right? Then we open it up and we've got Paul Pelletier drawing one half of the book. And he's fantastic. And then we have Mark Bagley, who I also love, drawing the other half of the book. Unbelievable. And the story's written by Cullen Bunn, Matt Fraction, and Chris Yost. And there's a lot going on here. And there's characters in here. We're looking at the table of contents. We've got Valkyrie, Sin, who's Red Skull's daughter, and Crossbones, who you remember from Civil War. He was in Civil War, the movie, and he was in the Avengers. He was in the Avengers Ultron movie. And we also have the Enchantress in here. The Thing is in here. There's a lot. I actually have this series in my personal collection. This is the follow-up to MODOK's in here. MODOK's not in here. Oh, that doesn't count. What was I saying? Oh, this is the follow-up to the Fear Itself series, which I actually found at a show for $5. So I actually had the cheapies, and then I picked up the hardcover. So yeah, there's a lot of cool characters in here. So who should we draw from this book? Man, there's a lot of ads. Jeez Louise. A lot of characters to choose from here. I even see Union Jack in here. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I'm still at work, but this will be the last thing I do for the day. Oh, and this guy, wasn't this guy in the, he was in the Thor movie, right? The Destroyer or something like that? Is Songbird in here? She might be. I remember Songbird from the Thunderbolts, which, is that her? That is her. You looking for Songbird, Gabe? Because you're the first one to make a comment here. I can't believe that. Good catch. Flying around with the bad guys. Who is the Inquisitor? I don't even know who that is. Gabe's got Songbird in there. Let me type in some better reference. You want the Thunderbolts version of her? I love that series, that first run. Oof. That was so much fun. So much fun, that series. Yeah, now we got some good reference here, too. Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Let's get that backer board over here. Songbird. How cool is this? And it's coming with Fear Itself, jam-packed with my favorite artists. Ooh. So, cool thing about Songbird is it's really about her she was originally Screaming Mimi. She was a bad guy. She was part of the, what was it, the Masters of Evil? She was a bad guy, and she could like scream and drive her enemies crazy. And I think what and let me move this over to the camera a little bit here. The cool part of her characters, these were like speakers here that would amplify her powers, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna have to toss that. So her shoulder gear, this armor that she had on, was really oh jeez. Thanks, Gabe. The shoulder gear was really what was the crazy part, because there was a lot going on, and we want to make sure we get it right. And so it was. Let me think. So for the Thunderbolts, it was Songbird, I believe. Who else was in there? Well, I remember the big bad was Baron Zemo, right? And the giant guy was he was like Mach 1, but Mach 1 was somebody else. Who was Mach 1? I'm trying to think of who all the bad guys were. It was such a great series. Such a great series. And I remember they had a cameo in I believe it was Thor, and then they actually have, that's right, the Beetle. Yes, good. And then they had who was the Taskmaster? I don't remember the Taskmaster being one of the original members. He may have been a little later on. But the issue they made their debut in had one of the biggest errors in comic history. And if you have it, I'm trying to think of what it was called. Jolt. Who was Jolt? I don't even remember who Jolt was. I remember there was a Machine guy. There was Mach 1. There was his name Atlas? Just a big, he was like a Giant Man ripoff. But it was like a Marvel, yeah, okay, the Fixer, yep. There was like a Marvel Universe anthology, and they made their debut, and somebody lettered the story. They put the same dialogue on 2 different pages, and the pages had different artwork on them, and it's the same identical dialogue. Moonstone, yes! Moonstone. Oh, who was she? Oh, that was fantastic. But the one of the biggest bloopers in comic history, their debut. Somebody literally lettered the same content 2 pages in a row. Crazy. Carla Sofin. But who Moonstone was somebody else. She had a much more streamlined look for this series. I remember it was like a tan, orangey costume. And her and Citizen V, her and Citizen V kind of came off as the leaders. What a great, come on. I can't remember anything, but I'll tell you what. I remember that series. That was very, very fun to read. And if you've never heard of it before, it was a bunch of supervillains passing themselves off as a superhero team. Jay Afrigola, hey, it probably came out when Jay and I were hanging out together. Good to see you, Jay. Welcome to the Backerboard Blitz, where you control what I draw, and some people get to take original artwork and comics home. Or not home, but they get to find them in their mailboxes, which is awesome. It's way better than finding a bill. I gotta wrap this up in 5 minutes here and get to our final book. Yeah, but what was her fake superhero name? She had a name. I know she did. And we gotta put some angry eyes here. I'm in a rage. I think for some reason Songbird actually made the turn and became a good guy. I think. But I could be wrong. I may only have to just reread this issue to remember. Way ahead of her time with the old two-color hairstyle. And then her shoulder gear here is, I'm going to have to be careful and not go too far. I'll put an extra bump there. And we'll have the hair tucked down behind. Chris Vazakis, what's up, Chris? And then I got to get those streaks in there. So this is a dark streak here. And then we got to put another dark streak over here. We can have this dark over here too. Oh, we're getting Meteorite. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, Meteorite. Thanks for those likes. Thanks for those likes, whoever you are. We'll put this bump here. And this has got to surge forward. We're going to jump to this to get the darks on here. And then we'll have to wrap this one up. I'm going to have to really be careful. You see how fast the ink flows out of this pen. I don't want to get my hand in there. But yeah, I feel like this one came out really good. Thank you, Gabe, for that, for your suggestion and that initial bid. Your confidence in me was a good boost for my confidence. Yeah, look at that. Fun. A little bit more texture. And I will hide my signature right here. All right, and I saw, Chris, you were checking to see what you've missed. So we just finished Songbird. That's going to come with Fear Itself, the Fearless, 5 of 12. This is one of my artist dream team-ups with Arthur Adams on the cover. You've got Mark Bagley and Peter Pelletier, or Paul Pelletier on the interiors. A follow-up to the Fear Itself series. Really, really good. Another great artist. We've got Shanna the She-Devil here, issue 4 of 7. The whole thing is by Frank Cho. And we've got a nice headshot there of Shanna. Then we also we opened the show with a Marvel Team Up Annual featuring Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Mutants. And we've got Cloak and Dagger. It's a twofer. And then we have the Superman issue with, I saw you reacting to this already, Superman with the long hair, and it's the color form issue. If you don't have this in your collection, this is the fun one where you can take these stickers off and you can stick them back on there. Illustrated by John Bogdanoff. I love this book, and I'm shocked that we still have it. And then we opened up the pre-show with Bone, with Bartleby, his little rat creature friend. And this is from the short-lived time where Image actually published Bone. All right, so we're going to put all these aside. We've got our main event coming up. Last week, Gabe won the main event with the... oh, thanks, Gabe. Last week, Gabe won the main event. He got the Jim Lee issue of Rogue versus Captain Marvel, which was, you know, such a great book. Such a great book. All right, so here we go. Coming right over here. There's no bids on Soups yet. That's we're digging that out of the dungeon. We have from 1998 Avengers and Squadron Supreme Annual. All right, and you can already tell from the cover we've got Kurt Busiek, who did a phenomenal run on Conan for Dark Horse. Phenomenal. And then we have Carlos Pacheco on the interior artwork. Let's take a look. Just phenomenal, super clean artwork. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a dense read. It's another annual. This is the second annual. This is the second annual of the night. Just phenomenal artwork, dense storytelling. There's a ton of characters. Look at that. Is that Swordsman? He's in the new Empire series that just started up, which is very, very interesting. So, just, you know, I can't say enough. This is one of those kind of books that I'll hunt down and read just because I know it'll take a while to consume. So, who are we? Oh, thank you, Chris, for the $5 bid. Hey, Charles, thanks for tuning in. So we've got it doesn't give a number of what number annual this is. Does it say? No, it doesn't. It's just a crossover single kind of issue. So tough to find in the old price guide for sure. Scarlet Witch for Kylie Warnock. You've got it. Okay. It looks like a little bit of George Perez influence there too, which is cool. So we'll go that route for show. For show. All right. So that's awesome. Scarlet Witch. Very cool. And we'll make it look like, you know, from the comic, not from the movie. All right, and we're just gonna use the good stuff. We're just gonna use the good stuff. Okay, so here we go. I loved her. She's always. Oh, I don't want to give away spoilers for people who only see the movies, but she's a very interesting character. There's a lot going on with her. She's a very, very compelling character, and you know, that's what makes me very interested in that show. What is it? What is it called? Scarlet Witch and the Vision, or something like that. Scarlet Vision. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, you looked it up? Thanks, Chris. WandaVision. That's it. WandaVision. Just a very interesting character. I remember. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but there were a couple of really great stories. And now that I wonder if they can address some continuity problems now that that Marvel has the rights to everything. Because that would be very interesting. Because I can say this, like, are they going to make her? Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was alluding to, Chris. I think it would be very cool now if they did kind of let her backstory develop a little bit. I don't know. I think that would be really phenomenal. Because it is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, God, No. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, Mark. I don't like that nonsense. Oh, Strange Academy. Are you reading that? Gorgeous book. Gorgeous book. The only reason I'm not reading that is because, well, before everything kind of broke loose, I was getting a lot of Conan books all at the same time. Yes, Chris, I think they do. And that now they do. They didn't before, but now they do. So Chris just asked if Marvel owned the background rights, if you're not watching the comments. They didn't before, just because the X-Men rights were owned by Fox. And it kind of made some of the storytelling get a little weird, but they came up with a nice agreement. But the problem was both companies dealt with or they used Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I think what I'm going to do, because her head is tipped up here, I'm going to do a bold drop shadow here. I'm not going to really do it over on this side too much. Maybe I'll do it right there. Yeah, easy to catch up, super easy. Gabe, I went for, instead of going for Strange Academy, which I totally would have just on the art alone, I'm going for the Empire books. I'm really enjoying that. I feel like it's every issue is almost a graphic novel's amount of content. They're doing some deep explanation currently. I know that can change at the drop of a hat, but someday I want to draw the Scarlet Witch when she went bad, when John Byrne was writing and illustrating the Avengers West Coast stuff. I'd like to draw that version someday. I'm okay with it. They ran that into the ground. That Savage Sword book was very mishandled in a very poor way. So I'd rather see it die than to keep going the route. They started to make decisions to try to salvage the title at the end, and it was too late. You know, they had Roy Thomas and Alan Davis on that book, and like that's a dream team, and they ruined that book so much. Before that, nobody even cared that those guys were on it, which is a really sad statement. A really sad. Talk about too little, too late. You know. And not too little. It was, you know, you have two comic legends on the book, and to have nobody care is just shocking. But that's what happens. You know, you're going to treat it, you're not going to put much into it, you're going to get exactly what you get out of it. And it's almost like they forgot what it was supposed to be. So I'm not sad. I'm okay with it. I feel like this Scarlet Witch looks pretty good. I'm going to put high gloves on her. And I think that's it. I'm going to... Oh, there's Kylie. Hello, Kylie. Thanks for tuning in. I'll hide my signature. And then you know what we can do? We haven't done the old cheapy drop shadow thing in this whole episode. So real quick, basically how the show works. If you want to put a bid on one of the books, put it right in the comments here. And yeah, I'll show it right on the screen. How weird is this? So you just leave a bid in the comments. Be nice. We bid in $5 increments. And the bidding will stay open until 8 o'clock tonight. And I will notify the winners. I know last week I kind of forgot. Tuesdays are crazy days for me now, every other Tuesday. So I'll be able to remember tonight, I promise. I'm leaving fingerprints all over this thing. I got to be careful, make sure this dries nice. So this starting bid is on 5, and we go up in increments of 5. You do the bidding through the comments here. I will notify the winner or the high bidder, and we'll do a quick review. Once again, we're going to do a live audience edition of the Backerboard Blitz coming up. I will tell you as we get a little bit closer. Right now it's still about a month out, but we'll get there. And yeah, I feel like this episode went by really, really quick. Oh, and there's that track. See, this ink is not going to dry quickly. So I promise, after the show is over, I will make sure nothing touches it. But there you go, Scarlet Witch, and she's going to come with the annual, 1998 annual with the Avengers and Squadron Supreme. I'm going to take this and carefully place it over here. Dwight, just hang on to that for me. Okay, here's Fear Itself, the Fearless, which is going to come with Songbird. Thank you, Gabe, for coming up with that suggestion. She's in there for a quick second. We have Shanna the She-Devil by Frank Cho. A little nice little headshot. Thank you, Henry, for getting the bidding started on that. We opened the official show with the Marvel Team Up Annual, Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Mutants. So we have a twofer in here, Cloak and Dagger. And that's an annual, so it's another... It was almost like this was the annual episode. And then Chris is happy to see the mullet edition of Superman with the cool Color Forms cover. Oh my god, it's fantastic. That's why it's already in the bag. We've got these little stickers that you can put on this nice glossy cardstock cover and arrange these fighters in different positions. A steal at $5. John Bogdanov artwork. I love his art style. This was during the time when Superman was either going to get killed. Yeah, he wasn't dead yet, but they were going to kill him off. And then Bone. We actually have we pulled Bone out from an early episode, issue number 23. During that short time that Image was publishing it, and there's Bone and Bartleby sitting down, getting ready to read Moby Dick. Thank you, Gabe, for putting a bit on that. So thank you so much for tuning in. We got a lot of books here. And remember, we've got Scarlet Witch off camera drying over by the window. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out Free Lunch Comics and freelunchstudios.com for all the different events that we run. We're still doing the Monday Night Jams. We're going to be back at the Zombie Hideout next week for the Monday Night Jam from 5 until 8 o'clock next Monday. Responsible, social distance creativity. And then Tuesday we're returning to Affinati and our big D&D session. Once again, responsible, social distance fun, creative fun. The Affinati site is up. It's hidden in the Free Lunch Comics and Free Lunch Studios websites. If you go to the Dungeons and Dragons little button, you'll see the Land of Affinati. You can click on that, and actually it'll take you to the blog page. And I'll start putting out more information there. Thanks so much to Chris for writing up a quick synopsis of the land. Every Wednesday night, we've got the Wednesday Night Comic and Manga Club that's going to meet from 6 until 7 o'clock virtually. Once things get a little bit better, we'll get ready to meet physically and virtually for that. And then Thursday nights, we still have Sequential Arts. And that meets, well, I make sure that you have that class in your email box Thursday morning, and we talk about it live on Thursday nights. Thank you once again. Bidding will be up until 8 o'clock tonight, and I will see you all later. Thanks so much for tuning in.